Some journeys don't begin with footsteps. They begin with betrayal. At exactly 1 a.m., when the world was drunk with sleep and shadows whispered louder than people, he came into the room like a ghost with power. He clapped his hands once, sharp like gunfire. "Wake up, it's time." 25 of us jolted up, blinking in the half-dark. No one talked, but hearts were screaming. He collected $500 from each of us, cash in nylon bags, sweaty palms, trembling trust. That's $13,000 stacked in the dark. 10 years ago. You know the value now. It could buy silence, power, even lives. 2 old L300 buses waited outside like war horses that had seen too much. We climbed in, boys becoming men, men pretending they weren't scared. The bus moved. The road yawned, and I sat there whispering in my mind, "God, if this isn't right, give me a sign." And boom, my mum called. Her voice was soft, tired, worried. "My son, when is your flight?" I lied. I didn't want to see fear in her voice. I told her, "In 3 days." She said, "Okay. God will go with you," and ended the call. But my heart screamed louder now. Was that the sign? At 3 a.m., halfway between nowhere and nowhere else, one of the buses broke down. Steam, sparks, silence. We stood in the dust like forgotten statues, waiting for a fix that never came quick enough. The second bus, with our plug inside, left after 40 minutes. That man, the one with the promises and the photos and the silver tongue, he was gone. Then came the police patrol, creeping like hyenas on fresh scent. They flashed lights and barked questions. "What are you doing here? Where are your IDs? Where are you going?" And like fools, like sheep, we answered wrong. "We're going to the next village," someone said. Wrong move. The cop smiled like a wolf. Next thing, we were in handcuffs, dragged to a police station that smelled like old blood and fear. They beat us like animals, stripped us of clothes, bags, pride. Even our leftover dollars, gone. And the worst part? We couldn't explain anything. Our plug had taken all our passports. He was supposed to help us, but he left us for dead. 5 days. That's how long we rotted in that cell, 15 of us, plus 10 more strangers already locked in. No sunlight, no time, no hope. The walls closed in like a coffin with breath. The food? Spoiled rice, brown water, bread that tasted like rust. If you didn't eat, you fainted. If you did, you suffered. And all through this madness, my mother kept calling. Her voice rang through the concrete. Even the guards noticed. "Why is your mom calling night and day?" She's just worried," I said. "I'm her only son." They all laughed. But one of them, the biggest man I've ever seen, the one we called Big Man, he didn't laugh. He looked at me long, like he saw something he remembered, or something he lost. He said, "You're the only son?" I was too. That's dangerous. Then he looked around the packed room. Too many rats in one cage. Time to thin the numbers. He said he'd release some of us. Asked who wanted to go first. 5 people raised their hands. That night, we heard gunshots. They never came back. That's when I knew. This wasn't jail. This was hell. And we were bargaining with demons. The next morning, Big Man came to me. His face calm, but his eyes red like fire that burned too long. He knelt beside me. "You want to survive?" I nodded. What else could I do? He said, "Eat this. You'll feel like death for a while, but it'll buy you a second life." It was food wrapped in nylon. Maybe poisoned, maybe laced, maybe magic, I didn't care. I was too hungry to be smart, too broken to ask questions. I ate it. Then the world spun. The ceiling danced. My chest got heavy, my hands got cold. Then, nothing. When I opened my eyes, I was in a forest of silence. Dead bodies around me, birds screaming, vultures flying in lazy circles like they were guarding souls. Smell of rot, taste of metal in my mouth. I looked beside me, a small bag, my phone, $200. That was all. No sign of Big Man, no sign of the others. Only a note scrawled on torn cloth. Good luck with your trip. Come back to hear the next step I take in fear. To be continued. This is Eater Tenebris.